Good morning and welcome. This is Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike. We'll be starting off today with our newspapers, and right after that will be our main conversation. Please do well to be part of what we do. You can always find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. We're very so honored to have with us, joining us via Zoom, Barrister Tunde Abdulhamid, Barrister, Law Public Affairs Analyst. Good morning to you, Barrister, and welcome.
Good morning, Henry. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much, sir. So let's start off today with our newspaper headlines. We'll start from the Punch newspaper for today, and we have on the very top strip here, emergency rule for Bara may shift grounds after Tinubu's UK meeting. That would be possibly our main conversation for today. But let's take a look at other stories. Nigeria's rebased inflation to hit 37% in 2027. 8 banks spend 4.6 trillion naira on salaries and operations. Senate lambasted Bakare over rubber stamp remarks. The barrister, I'd love us to take a look on that one. Barrister Tunde Bakare, who of course was one of the leading founders of the Occupy Nigeria protest in 2012. I guess this movie that he made was in sympathical to what he equally led in 2012, just not to, get, missing out of the way. But looking at what the National Assembly had said and countered what he talked about, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think looking at what he has said, he has not said anything that is new. He has not told any lie against the government or against the Senate or anybody. He has just brought out the facts as known to almost everybody in the country. Most Nigeria are at home with what he said because what he said are reality. They are the things that are on ground. So calling government out to do the needful to correct the error is not something out of the way. Bearing in mind that he was also part of those who waged war, or should I call who protested against Jonathan when the subsidy was to be removed. In fact, he was his sole, his organization, Save Our Soul or something. I can't remember the name of the organization again. They are the brain behind the protest of no to subsidy. He was there. So speaking out now, he's not something that is not common, and he has not, like I said, he has not told any lie against anybody. But I expect him to also do more. I expect him to do the way, not only talking, because everybody have been talking, and that's why I said what he said is not new. It's what most of us have been saying for long. So if he wants to also lead to his bidding, let him also lead another protest. In like of that happened in 2012, to show his discomfort or his dissatisfaction with the government activities. But he has not said anything that is not correct against the Senate. The Senate are not doing their job. They are not the job being assigned. They are doing like Senate. National Assembly is like a department under the executive. So if you are to supervise me, you are doing as if you are under me. That means you are a rubber stamp. You are not doing your job. So he has not said anything that is untoward. In fact, if there's any word that is an adjective that is even better than rubber stamp, you can call this in it. In fact, the Obasanjo was unlucky that he was not. This is not the kind of National Assembly that he had when he was in government. Otherwise, probably he may still remain in power today, or he will have been done third and fourth time.
Yes.
Because the way we are going, this National Assembly are like they are working together with the executive. Yeah, working together to promote Nigerian development. Yes, that's their job. But working together to make the country a one-man state or an individual's estate is not the way to go. That's what they are doing. Whether a policy is good or not, whether the Nigerians are interested in that policy or not, as long as the president is interested in it, the National Assembly will approve it. What do we call that of National Assembly? That will not even take care of the interests of the people that they are representing. They do not even see themselves as representing the Nigerian people. They see themselves as representing their party, and therefore, whatever the party and the president is looking for must be achieved. That's not the way to go, and that's not the role of the National Assembly. The National Assembly members are the mouthpiece of their representative of their people, and if they are not speaking the mind of your people, then you are not doing them any favor. You are doing the wrong thing. So I don't want to. I agree with him. He has said the right thing. He has not said anything that's untoward. The National Assembly, I expect them, or the Senate, I expect them to respond, and that is normal, usual response. They will deny it, and they will tell you they are doing their job. They are not expected to be antagonizing the president. We are not saying you should antagonize the president. We are asking you to ask questions, relevant and germane questions. They are not asking questions. That is the point we are making. You see, we are being told that the law said you confirm an emergency rule, for instance, by 2/3. You come about and start saying a false vote. Who can determine 2/3 of a false vote? So these are the kind of things that we're talking about. They will bring a request for loan. There will be no detail of the loan. You will approve it. What do we call you? I don't know any other name that we can call them than being a subservient and a rubber stamp or a department under the executive.
So very true, Barrister. It's one thing for someone to deny what others have said about them. It's another thing for the person to consistently live in denial of such counter on the person who has said anything about them. But let's take a look at other matters. Killings. IG deploys special anti-bandit squad nationwide. Bandits strike again. Kill 18 in Kwara. Barrister, let's talk about this, especially with the emergence of the Mahmuda insurgent group that are terrorizing parts of Nigeria. From Kwara State, they are beginning to move across different parts of the country. Could this be another sort of Jonathan kind of destabilization by terrorist organizations and insurgents on Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that this is coming from my state. It's unfortunate that our state is known as a state of harmony and state of peace. But today we are seeing this kind of insecurity because there is no provision for security. The federal government and the state government are not
from the state governor. Is that what you're saying?
Both the federal and the state, they are not doing enough. The federal government controls the security organs. In other words, the president is the commander-in-chief of armed forces, and he directs the police, the army, and whatever as to what to do. The governor also has a role to play in that. He's also considered as the chief security of the state. Even though I know he has no control of any of the activities, but he collects what we call security allowances every month, running to millions of naira or billion. I don't know what they collect now. So, and I'm not aware that we have enough personnel. They have enough facility support from the state government in terms of vehicle, ammunition, or any other thing that is needed to fight insecurity. And that's why I said both the state and the federal are to be blamed. You see, this is not new. It's been on even before the administration of this regime, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I will not say it's Jonathan's style. What happened during Jonathan's regime? It's been there. It's been all along. And they came in and said they have the solution to the problem, but they are coming and telling us today that they met it on ground. So when you met it on ground, are you not supposed to solve it? If you are not able to, you are coming on board to solve the problem on board. Government, if people don't know, those in government are not there to come and enjoy. Their job is to come and solve problems. That's the job they have. That is the only job the government have. Solve problem of welfare, solve problem of insecurity. That is the major job you have. So if they say provide welfare, provide security, they are not saying come and enjoy, come and provide solar for Aso Rock, come and provide private jets, come and buy this. That's what we're saying is to come and be doing. Their major responsibility is to find solution to problems on ground. So coming out to say, hey, this is not our doing, we met it on ground. We met it on ground and you are not able to do anything for almost 2 years. Then you have no business being in government. So for me, it's unfortunate that we are having this. And you see, like I said, I don't want to attract any name to any criminal activities. I don't want to say it's one Mahmuda, one whatever. How do we know their names? How do we establish them? Have they come out to say this is we are this, we are that? The people will say we have even clear, maybe the Boko Haram that will say they are no longer in Borno or whatever. Maybe they are the one that even located to those areas. Maybe they are the one that change a style of operation. And then we start calling them bandits. We call them S-men. We call them this and that. Let's call them a terrorist or criminal. Then we know how to fight them. But by the time you start in putting name in them, you are trying to, I think, reduce the effect of what they are doing and seeing it as a group of people who are trying to fight for something. No, I see them as criminal. I see them as terrorists. Unfortunately, we don't have people in government who have the capacity to deal with it. That is just the issue. Failure of government is the reason why we are seeing this continuity of insecurity in our country.
But Barrister, speak to me on this de-radicalization project of the federal government. I do not know. Do you see that as a way of maybe a dialogue when they de-radicalize a terrorist that has been found guilty? You de-radicalize them, fund them, and send them back to the society, while the people they have killed and dismembered, some of them are dead, some of them are still in IDP camps. What do you think is the policy where people who are supposed to face justice are de-radicalized and sent back to the society?
What is the meaning of the radicalization? I don't believe in that. What you call, like I've said it, that we are used to giving adjective to soften issue that is serious. Bringing people together who have been accused of killing people, who have been alleged of causing harms, displacing communities, key members of those communities, occupy their community, and you are able to say in quotes arrest some of them, and you say you have radicalized them. What is the meaning of radicalization? If that is the way to go, because I'm not aware that anywhere in our law we talks about radicalization as part of the way of justice when you commit crime. What I know is that when you commit crime, you go to court, and then when you go to court, if you are guilty, they pass the appropriate sentence. And
sorry to interject you. Don't you think this is similar to the amnesty program that happened and still happens in the Niger Delta region? Because it's still same thing. Though these people killed people, but these people are equally destroying the assets of Nigeria, which is still crime. So don't you think that the radicalization is some form of amnesty program for them?
They are all in the same range. They are all in the same category. They are all similar. And that's why I said the idea of adjective calling and then bringing the adjective to qualify is just a mere attempt to reduce the weight of that offense. When you say amnesty, you are saying people who have been found guilty of a crime. Who have admitted committing crime, have been brought back into the system and have been given a soft landing and become a citizen. So for me, how do we even legalize? If you want to, why are the governments not considering going to the what's it called, correctional center as they call it?
Yes, and they radicalize those ones.
Why are they not going there to legalize them and bring them back to society? Why is it that only people who have been accused of killing, who are supposed to be classified as terrorists, are the one being legalized? How can you legalize somebody who is a criminal? How can you say you are able to? That is the reason why this is continuing. They will come back. They will feel relaxed. They will guess what they want to get. They will go back again. So for me, I'm not even one of those who is in support of either amnesty or whatever name you are calling it. Because people, have you seen government organize any good program, quality program, or quality policy that will enhance the life of the people who have suffered in the hands of these people who are being legalized? Because some of them are in IDP. These IDP were told sometimes they don't even have enough food to eat. Sometimes they don't even know what to eat. Sometimes they eat what they see. So people who made them to become an IDP patient or IDP dwellers are being given a state of art ceremony They have been given, they have been put in a place where, or given a scholarship, being given so many other things in that regard. I don't know what that is. As far as I'm concerned, that is not for me. That's for me. It's not. It's not. It's not what we need to move a country forward.
Very, very true, Barrister. Let's maybe take a look at other matters coming from the Vanguard newspaper. We have worsening insecurity. A Niger government imposes curfew. 11 killed in fresh Benue attack. On the very top strip, you have IMF. Lower Nigeria's economic growth forecast to 3. The same IMF that had contributed to the problem that we have, very unfortunately. But let's take a look at other matters here. World leaders expected as Vatican fixes Saturday for Pope Francis's funeral. Barrister Tunde Bakare, I know, I do not know, but I would love to believe that President Tinubu might make a visit to the Vatican City in Rome for the burial of the pontiff. And many Nigerians have accused the president. He was very quick to commiserate with the Vatican City on the death of the Pope, but he hasn't said anything yet on many people that had been killed in Benue and Plateau State. Do you think that is hypocrisy, classical form of hypocrisy by the president?
Henry, to my knowledge, I think they've done that. They've sent a usual statement. They've released it.
To
the
who?
Usual statement they released. They've released that statement while he was abroad. The statement was released by Onanuga or somebody to commiserate and with the people of Benue and what's it called, and the Plateau State. That is their usual style. They to tell them that we are on top of the game. We are with them, with this and that. I think they did that. They have that kind of a statement, similar to what was issued in respect of a Pope yesterday or the day or day before yesterday, or whatever yesterday. Yes, I think they've done that.
Yeah.
But you see, but I expect that a president that is commander-in-chief of armed forces, a such killing will happen or in part of your country that you govern, and you travel abroad and you return back home, and you have not deemed it fit to go and say. I was expecting that the first call will be those Plateau and what's it called, and Benue State. I'm not aware the president has even been moving from one place to another to see most of these states. The president has gone to France or other country far more than he has visited any state in Nigeria. So the president is more concerned about economy. As long as, if what happened in Benue and Plateau State has to do with our economy, you will see the swift action from the president. You will see what the president will do. That will not be this. There will have been different approach to it. So they are more concerned about economic activities. They are more concerned about where money will come in. They are more concerned about where government will get more money. But when it comes to killing of our people, that is they see that as, in quotes, as normal, as far as I'm concerned today, because they have their usual statement that they always release to commiserate and tell them that they are behind them. They are going to do all that is needed. They come to tell us stories. They come every day to give assurances that will not be there and to give excuses, just like the one that was given yesterday by the NSA, that to the fact that they are not the one that did not create the crisis, they made the crisis. As if a government that is coming in place is coming to enjoy. It's not coming to solve crisis. You are coming to solve problems, like I said earlier on. It appears they don't know, and that's why I am of the opinion that most of the people in this cabinet are overrated and they be exposed. Before now, most of them are seen as a super intelligence. For me, from what I've seen so far, in most of these people, some of them are not even intelligent at all. They were just privileged to be where they are. They are not. They cannot. If you are doing an exam, in terms of, I'm not talking about writing paper, because I have always believed that examination is not the best test to determine who is good, who is not good. It's not for me, because some people are good, but when it comes to exam, they can't write it, they will fail. But when it comes to application of it, they are very good. So I have always not. I don't believe that writing exam is the best, or getting a 2-1 first class distinction or whatever is what make you to be intelligent or best. Some people know how to cram, and they will just pour it down, and they will get the mark. Thereafter, ask them questions, they don't know. So for me, most of these people in the authority have just been exposed to me as being overrated. Some of them today, if they are not in government today, will be thinking that if this man has been put in this government, if that man has been put in that government, if this has been in this position, things will not be like this. Today they are there. We are not seeing any difference. In fact, they are even drawing us back. So as far as I'm concerned, the government is not showing too much concern regarding security. Their major concern is about economic activities, and whatever that will affect economy is what they are more concerned about. Where money will come in is their major area of concentration. So, and that's why you see them, they don't care much when it comes to, you see the swift action in River State. What was the excuse? That the oil production will be affected. And that's the major reason why they. So if they are all, let's even assume that in River State, there is no issue of oil, what's it called? What they call it now? The bomb that happened, what they call it that? Blasting of oil or oil pipeline.
Yeah, the pipeline. Yeah.
Let's see, the people are just killing themselves, one committee or the other. The government may not even do anything. They will just look at it as normal. And as long as the pot of our soup has not been, it's not been destroyed, the oil is not being touched, they don't care. So for me, the government has not shown enough that they have the capacity to provide security for us. Even the economy we're talking about, they have not shown enough that they have the ability to deliver our economy or to give us good economy. What they are just doing is all things that will give money to the government is what they are concerned about. It's not about the development of the people. It's not about the welfare of the people. It's about them, what to bring money to the government, what to give government more power in terms of getting more money. That's what they are concerned about. The economic policy they are bringing is creating more hardship on the people. So for me, the government has not done enough. The president has not done enough. And the president is not even showing enough concern regarding this killing that is happening in the country.
Very, very true, Barrister. One would never have thought or imagined that the likes of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would sit idly and watch when things are going bad and sour in Nigeria and actually not doing anything. Joe Biden, at about 80-something years old, still visited victims of a different sort of carnage. And the question is, why would our president not do the same? And this speaks to the issue of intentional leadership, which we do not have and is grossly lacking in our country, Nigeria. Just to let you know, Barrister will be here to take us on our main conversation. When we return, Tinubu meets Fubara for possible return after Rivers' suspension in the UK. That in a bit. Don't go anywhere. So can we run straight? Can we?